Mr. Bigelow, who's in the courtroom?
Mr. Whitty is here, as well as the defendant for Empower East Lansing LLC. And Shirlene Robertson and Wisteria Mack are in the gallery.
Okay. And who's doing a conditional dismissal?
Mr. Lubianski and Ryan, I believe, is it Walston?
Wileston, sir.
Wileston, okay. Ms. Trippy from Legal Services is on that matter. Judge, they signed it and submitted it. However, Ms. Trippy went back to Judge Ward and she said she would return.
On Mr. Wilson's matter?
Yes.
Okay. What about the matter with that Mr. Woody is here on? Are they ready to proceed?
Yes.
We are here.
On the record, in the matter of 200 Block LLC versus Empower East Lansing, file number 23-01870 LT, counsel appearance.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Norman Whitty appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Is there a counsel here for Empower East Lansing?
No, Your Honor, my counsel couldn't make it, so I showed up. I know that I had to have somebody, but I couldn't, so I just showed up. I talked with Mr. Whitty.
Okay, so then we need to reset this then, because you can't proceed without an attorney.
Your Honor, it's my understanding that there's no disagreement as to the amount owed or anything like that. I did just go over the case with Mr. Daniels.
Well, Empower East Lansing LLC can't represent themselves in court.
I understand.
So we can reset this matter. And if his attorney, is it that your attorney had a conflict in the date? I don't have an appearance. I don't see where your attorney filed an appearance.
No, I thought that I had somebody lined up, Your Honor, and I was wrong. And so now I have to try to find somebody.
Okay, I'll reset this.
November 8th at 3:15 p.m.
Okay, we need to get that probably sooner out. You can add a slot soon.
Wednesday, September 27th at 2:45.
Okay, September 27th at 2:45. We'll get you a copy of your notice to appear. Do you have any questions for the court today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay,
We're
well,
on vacation that week, but I think we'll be able to work this out. So we'll keep that hearing date and do the best we can.
okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're off the record on that one. Okay, and then we're made for Ms. Shippey to return for Mr. Wilson's matter.
Yes, ma'am.
Who did you say was in the gallery?
Good afternoon, Robinson.
Who did you say was in the gallery, Mr. Bigelow?
Ms. Robertson and Ms. Mack, it's my understanding that they couldn't come to a resolution, so probably gonna need to reset that.
It's a termination of tenancy. You can send me the file.
Okay. Judge?
Yes.
Ms. Trippy has returned for Mr. Wildston.
On the record, in the matter of EJS and Capital Commons versus Ryan Wilson, file number 23-0164 LT, council appearance.
Alex Lubianski, P77121 on behalf of plaintiff.
Angela Trippi, P80120 on behalf of Mr. Wilston. Thank you.
Thank you. Today was the date and the time set for hearing for a eviction matter for non-payment of rent. How are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, we
Your
have
Honor,
agreed
if I-
to a conditional dismissal, and Ms. Trippy can read the terms for the record. She put it together, so thank you, Ms. Trippy.
Your Honor, that is correct. One moment, please. Your Honor, there is a conditional dismissal in which the total amount to be paid is $5,611.97. So that is a rent total of $5,454, court costs of $157.97, which once again is a grand total of $5,611.97. And this is due through the time period ending September 30th, 2023. And the conditional dismissal is subject to these terms under subsection 3, where the landlord will accept payment or promise to pay by an agency for the total amount of $5,611.97 on or by September 29th, 2023.
Okay, Mr. Wilston, is that accurate as to how you want to proceed? You want to enter into conditional dismissal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you want to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. I have a copy of the conditional dismissal again. Again, the terms are that the matter will be dismissed today upon the condition that you pay the total amount of rent to retain, $5,454 plus court costs of $157.97 for a grand total of $5,611.97, and that you're going to do that on or before September 30th, 2023. Is that accurate, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I had been in contact with a program that I was approved for that is going to help me out.
Okay, and so you understand that you have to give up certain rights before you can enter into this dismissal?
Can you repeat that?
Do you understand that you have to give up certain rights before you can enter into this agreement? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, one of those rights is your right to have a trial, and you have a right to have a trial by jury, or you can have a hearing. Your hearing was scheduled for today. Are you waiving your right to a jury trial so that you can enter into a conditional dismissal agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody making any threats to you to get you to waive that right?
No, ma'am.
Any promises being made to you in exchange for waiving that right?
No, ma'am.
You understand that you need to have complete performance, full performance under this agreement in order to satisfy the agreement. So it has to be the entire amount or promise to pay that entire amount under your agreement on or before September 30th. Understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Or you need to vacate the property by that day. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have 3 business days. If after you leave the court, you realize you misunderstood the right that you waived, in order to move forward today, you can request to have this set aside. We can set it for a hearing, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and I see you gave your attorney consent to sign on your behalf, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any additional matters for the record today, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, you're all set. I'll get you a copy in just a moment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay. Did you get me the file for the hearing?
Yes, ma'am, I sent, yes.
Mr. Wilson, you're free to go. Your attorney can provide you a copy of that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Brian, I'll call you later today, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Once again, you are Micah, MIKHYTC, Bowers, BOWERS. Okay, the council appears to the record.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Thank you. On the record in the matter of Charlene Robertson versus Disteria Mac, file number 23-01831 LT. Please state your name for the record.
Disteria Mac. Charlene Robinson.
Okay, today's the date that was set for a hearing. This is a eviction matter for termination of tenancy. And my understanding is that the parties did meet and they were not able to come to a resolution. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. That's accurate for you, Ms. Mack? I can't hear you.
Yeah, it's a no and yes, because we didn't come to a meeting. I just offered her something and she told me she gonna let you decide.
Okay, well, today's the date for an eviction hearing, so unless she's willing, and that's for you, Ms. Robinson, unless you're willing to negotiate a time frame, and I don't know if Ms. Mack has what she believes to be a lawful reason to withhold or hold over the property, then the ruling would generally be the statutory time frame. Ms. Mack, are you claiming or making a claim as to a reason why you need to hold over this property that's lawful?
I just feel like I'm being unlawfully terminated, or
Why?
I have because I had paid rent, and prior to getting this court here or getting an eviction from the court, I have got a couple other evictions.
When did you pay your?
After I had paid rent.
When did you pay? When did you pay rent last?
The first of this month.
Okay, so Ms. Robertson, you're still collecting rent?
No, she haven't paid me rent since May, and she gave me $200 on the first, which is not rent. But Judge, it's time for her to go. She is
Well,
one of my daughters.
I asked the question. I didn't give you the opportunity to go into the argument at this time. You said that that she gave you $200 and that was not rent. What was it? Ms. Robertson? No, what did you receive? No, I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you what you did with it. What did you perceive it to be a payment for?
Not rent, because rent was $300. She only gave me $200.
Well, what did you think she was giving it to you for?
So that I would decide on letting her stay there a little bit longer.
And you accepted it?
In my bank account, I can give it back to her today.
Okay. How much time are you looking for to vacate the property, Ms. Mack?
At least a month.
Okay.
I'm in progress of getting help, getting a place. I also have found a potential co-signer because my income don't meet the requirements, but I have been looking and trying to get myself back in a situation where I'm self-independent or self-sufficient or whatever.
And Ms. Mack, what other reasons or that you believe that you have under the law to hold over this property outside of that she accepted $200 from you recently to extend the time that you could stay there? What other reasons do you believe that you could hold over this property? There's nothing else, ma'am?
Miss Mack, you asking me? I'm sorry. Or Robertson?
Yes, you.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Do you have any other reasons that you believe under the law you should be allowed to stay in this lady's property?
No, I just need time, just because I have paid over what she asked me for to be there up until May, when there was an assault in the house that I got claimed for. That I had they gave me an illegal eviction or whatever.
Okay, but that's not the eviction we're here for today, though, correct?
Okay.
I want to focus on why we're here today.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
and
there's no reason.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. And then Ms. Robertson, you wanted to share a further argument?
No, she smokes and she drinks all day long. I mean, it's just time for her to go. She's been there for 3 years. She's not saving any money. It's just time for her to go. I just need my house back. I've been a mother to her long enough. So it's just time for her to go.
Okay. Okay, yes, you filed this as a termination of tenancy, and you have the right, withstanding a contractual agreement, to take possession of your property under the law. Unfortunately for you, you accepted some money which you believe was given to you with the understanding that she was trying to buy additional time. And you taking the money and telling me it's in your account and you can give it back does not negate that you were not supposed to accept that money, especially under the condition in which you believe she was giving it to you. And so she wants 30 days. She paid you some money a couple weeks ago. I'm going to give her 30 days. So judgment will be in your favor for possession, but she's going to get a writ date 30 days out.
So she have to be moved by October the 13th.
What day does that fall on, Mr. Bigelow?
Judge, 30 days is the 13th, and that's a Friday.
Okay, yep, the October 13th. You need to vacate by that date. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Okay, any additional matters for the record today?
No.
You're all set.
Robertson, I need you to review this. Now you copy that
So I'm gonna set bond. $400 on this bond.
Yes, nothing changed.
Okay.
And then you have to file 20-03-164. For 40 Harvey, is that correct? Sure. What's the time frame for the layman?
Judge, would you like me to send you this judgment that I generated for that case you just called?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to sign it until I'm done with the court.
Okay.
Who else do we have in the courtroom?
Mr. Raul Jimenez Fajardo is here, as well as,
Miss Elena is in the other court.
right, as well as Terry Knapp. Mr. Whitty is here with John Otis, and they are out in the hallway talking.
You've already been waiting on file. I'm gonna set bond. We got $100 PR bond.
Okay, so we're waiting for Ms. Watkins. We're waiting for Mr. Whitty and the parties on that matter. And then you said Terry Knapp is here.
Yes, as is the property manager and their witness. The attorney has not arrived yet. I'm not sure where they are.
Is it Mr. Asphalt?
Is that who you?
Yes.
Yes, sounds like yes.
He sometimes runs late in traffic if he has to commute in, so.
Miss Watkins is here, Judge. However, she came down here to tell me that Judge Ward was trying to call her case, but she is here. Just with Judge Ward.
Sounds good. Did they meet with Ms. Watkins to try to come to resolution?
No, Miss Watkins said she wishes to talk with her as soon as her case was done with Ward.
Okay,
Mr. Asphalt has just came into the courtroom.
sounds good.
Do you want to meet with Terry next? Judge, Mr. Asphalt, and Ms. Knapper are going out in the hallway to try to talk.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Will you out in the shed? Will you look for that?
we're ready. I'm ready to start.
What do you got?
Conditional dismissal.
Judge, Mr. Whitty and Mr. Asphalt both have conditional dismissals. Would you like me to send those to you?
Yeah, well, that's fine. But we can go on the record before you do that.
Okay, Mr. Whitty's here.
On the record, in the matter of 3031 LLC versus Dejan Otis and Craig Otis. This is file number 23-01874, council appearance.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Norman Whitty appearing on behalf of the plaintiff 3031 LLC.
Okay, and is Dejan Otis present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and Craig Otis present?
No.
He is not, Your Honor.
Okay. Was he previously defaulted?
I'm not certain. I think we had posting in this case, though. No, that would not, he was not defaulted previously.
Okay, so Mr. Woody, you said you have a conditional dismissal. Can you give me the terms?
Your Honor, this is a 30-day notice to quit based on expiration of the lease, so it's pretty simple. The defendant has agreed to move by September 25th. She's actually almost completely out of the unit now, just a few more things to clear up. So that's what conditional dismissal provides as to Ms. Otis, as to Mr. Otis, we've got a default prepared.
Okay, you said by September 26th?
25th, I think is the date.
25th, okay. And Ms. Otis, that's how you want to proceed, is with the conditional dismissal? You raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Okay, so conditional dismissal, ma'am, means that the matter will be dismissed today upon the condition that you complete what you've agreed to, and that is to vacate the property on or before September 25th. Is that what you want to do, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that to enter into this agreement, that means it has to be a complete performance on your end. Partial performance will not satisfy. So you can't leave any of your property behind. You got to move everything out, leave it in broom swept condition, and turn your keys over by that date. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what
Yes.
means. Okay,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you. Okay, and so you have to first give up your right to have a trial. You had a right to have a jury trial in this eviction matter. Do you want to waive that right today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anybody threatening you to get you to waive the right?
No, ma'am.
Oh, any promises being made to you if you waive your right?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you're gonna have 3 business days from today. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood any of the rights that you just waived. One would be your right to trial. You also are not represented by counsel, and you were advised of your right to be represented by counsel at the time of your pretrial, and you've appeared today without an attorney. So you're waiving your right to be represented by an attorney as well, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so again, you'll have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood those rights that you just waived, you can return to the court. You can request to have this agreement set aside, and we'll set it for a hearing date, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions for the court?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you've signed the conditional dismissal already, ma'am?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Any additional matters for the record, Mr. Whitty?
None, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you. Did Ms. Watkins appear? Is that the matter that we have the interpreter here on?
Yes, Judge, she's here. She's just with Judge Ward at the moment.
Okay.
Mr. Asphalt is ready?
Yes. Yeah, yes, Judge, I believe so. Snap.
On the record in the matter of Cedar Place Apartments versus Terry Knapp, file number 23-01877 LT, council appearance.
Good afternoon, Judge. Christopher Asphalt, 53129 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Terry Ellen Knapp.
Okay, today's the date that was set for a hearing for termination of Tennessee. Mr. Asphalt, did you all come to a resolution?
Yes, Your Honor, we have the terms of a conditional dismissal. They are as follows. The defendant must vacate the property and turn in keys on or before 10/15/23, or a writ can issue. We agreed on the language for paragraph 4B, and I did explain 4.201 to the defendant.
Okay, you said by September 30th?
No, October 15th.
Oh, October 15th, okay. Okay, and Ms. Knapp, you want to enter into conditional dismissal today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Ms. Knapp, you had the right to be represented by an attorney today. You were advised of that right at the time of your pretrial. That was back when we played that video. And then we offered you an opportunity to speak with legal services. You appeared here today without an attorney. Are you waiving your right to be represented by an attorney?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay, and so you also have the right to have a trial in this matter, and you have the right to have a trial by jury. Are you waiving your right to a jury trial so that you can enter into conditional dismissal?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anybody making any promises or threats to you to get you to waive those rights?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you want to enter in conditional dismissal, meaning the case will be dismissed today upon the condition that you vacate the property on or before October 15th, correct?
Right.
Okay, you understand that partial performance will not satisfy this conditional dismissal. You need to vacate, removing all of your items and turning over the keys by that date. You recognize that?
I do recognize that, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay, very good. Do you have any questions for the court at this time?
I don't.
Okay, and have you signed a conditional dismissal already?
Yes, I have.
Okay, you have 3 business days from today. If once you leave here, you realize that you misunderstood the rights that we just went over, you can return to the court and request to have this agreement set aside. We'll set this matter for a hearing, okay?
Yes.
Any additional matters for the record, Mr. Aswell?
No.
Okay, you're all set, Ms. Knapp. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank
Good day,
you.
Judge.
Same to you.
All right, so that'll just be processed.
Yeah, I'll have to mail it out.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Have we seen a Destiny manual?
Judge, that was a conditional dismissal as well that I sent in.
I mean, I know I got.
Okay, sounds good.
No, I'm happy.
Okay, who else is in the courtroom?
I have Todd Dowrick and LaDonna Morrell.
Okay, is the representative here from Piper Law yet?
No, Judge, Yvonne from Civil emailed, give or take 10 minutes ago, and said that they were stuck in traffic and running a tad bit behind.
Okay. And Ashley Love's not present yet?
No.
Okay, I'm going to get out of the virtual courtroom because it won't let me send whatever I sign while I'm in here. So I'll be right back.
Okay. Good afternoon. Who just joined on the Samsung?
Shamika Best.
What is your name, ma'am?
Shamika Best.
Ah, okay. All right. Thank you, Gail. Ms. Best, do you have an attorney?
I went through the program, but they said the attorney was not going to be able to appear. I don't know how that works.
Okay. Ms. Tyra, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tyra. Which matter are you here for, sir?
I am here for Ms. Tamika Merriweather.
Merriweather. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Actually, Mr. Tyra, I have somebody here from Swiss Stack Levine. Did you all want to try to meet in a private breakout room?
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's okay with me, Your Honor.
Actually, Judge, I can't put them in a breakout room when you reclaim the host.
Your Honor, I'm apologize. I'm getting a message to join room 1 with Nicholas.
No,
Okay.
Ms. Donovan, I did that by mistake. You could
Okay.
ignore that.
That's what I thought. Thank you.
Ashley Loves failed to appear. The courtroom is probably muted because I don't hear anything. Thank you, Ms. Gill. Okay, on the record, in the matter of the Todd Dowick versus Ashley Love, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's file number 23-01878 LT, council. Council appearance. I'm sorry, you don't have
Judge.
appearance. Have your appearance, Mr. Dowick.
Todd Dowrick, present.
Okay, and then Ashley Love is present as well in the courtroom.
Yes.
Okay, today was the date that was set for a hearing for non-payment of rent, and the parties did meet. Did you come to a resolution at all, Mr. Dowick?
Yes, we did. We have a consent judgment.
Okay, can you put the terms on the record?
Okay, the possession amount is $3,920. The court costs are $122.16 for a total of $4,042.16. The money judgment prorated to today's date is $3,160 plus the court cost of $122.16 for a total of $3,282.16. And the writ date is September 25th.
Okay, and Ms. Love, you want to enter into judgment by consent today?
Yes.
Okay, raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so judgment by consent means you want judgment to enter in against you, and you're consenting to that, and that you are agreeing that you are going to pay $3,920 for rent to retain, plus court cost of $122.16 for a total amount of $4,042.16, or vacate the property by September 25th. Is that what you're requesting to do at this time, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You also have a money judgment in the amount of $3,160, again, plus court costs of $122.16 for a total of $3,282.16. That is also due under this judgment, and you want that to enter against you as well by consent. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have the right to appear with an attorney today. You were advised of your right to be represented by counsel at an eviction proceeding, and we advise you of that right back on your pretrial date. You also were given an opportunity to meet with legal services. You've appeared today without an attorney, so are you waiving your right to be represented by an attorney?
Yes, they said that they couldn't help me.
Okay. Okay. And I know recognize legal services probably could not help you, but you had the right to hire an attorney, or you could contact the state bar to see if there was any other attorneys, offices, or clinics that could have assisted you, but you did not do that, correct?
No, I'm fine. I mean, I talked to legal services.
Okay, so you are waiving your right to counsel, you said. You also have the right to have a trial, and you have the right to jury trial. Are you waiving your right to jury trial so that you can enter into judgment by consent?
Yes.
Okay, anybody threatening you to get you to waive those rights?
No, ma'am.
Any promises being made to you if you waive those rights and enter into a consent judgment?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and so you're gonna pay again the total amount, $4,042.16, or vacate the property by September 25th, and judgment for money damages will enter in a total of $3,282.16. And you have 3 business days from today. If once you leave the courtroom, you realize that you misunderstood the rights that I just discussed with you that you waived, you can return to the court and request to have the judgment set aside because you misunderstood the rights that you waived, and we'll set it for a hearing. Okay, ma'am?
Okay.
Do you have any questions at this time?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any additional matters for the record today, Mr. Darwick?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
As well.
Uh,
Get your copy. Wait an hour and a half. For a copy? Yeah. I can't give it to you until potentially tomorrow.
Oh,
Come
okay.
to the mail.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Did Elena Watkins come down from Judge Ward's courtroom?
No, Judge, not yet.
Okay, because we have an interpreter waiting. Let's see.
You can walk down there and try to see what's going on if you'd like.
Well, no, we'll continue with the other matters we have. I see Ebony Smith and then Shamika Best here. Colby
Judge
Rick-
Ebony Smith was, oh, I'm sorry to interrupt,
Ebony Smith was what?
dismissed yesterday.
Okay, you're all set, Miss Smith. You're free to go. You're muted. You're muted, ma'am. I can't hear you.
Sorry, nobody told me. Wasn't aware that it was dismissed.
Okay, well, they submitted it just yesterday. So maybe they didn't get back to you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, those. She's on Zoom, you just have to log.
I'm just gonna go around.
Yeah. No problem.
Do you want me to proceed on this code here?
She's not here.
That's what I'm saying.
Judge Miss Watkins just walked in. I think they're gonna try to go talk it up.
Okay, sounds good. They'll need to log in with, so the interpreter can,
And do you have Zoom? Yeah, okay, all right, okay, Judge.
thank you. And then I see the attorney for Piper Legal is present.
Yes, John, I zoomed in. I value your time and I'm still on hold in the district court in 50th from 2:00. They said I'd be right up shortly. I don't know if you can put me to the back of your docket today. I'm still on hold with them.
Well, we definitely have Ms. Morrell sitting in the courtroom ready to proceed. I think I originally set this hearing in person. I am actually not in the courtroom though, because I had a family emergency. However, I did expect this one to actually run. I can't go to the back of my docket because again, I'm in the middle of a family emergency.
Okay, can we seek an adjournment? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last thing you said.
I said, I can't just wait while you do another court case. This matter was set for 2:30 here. It's
Okay.
already 3:00.
Okay, could we get a brief adjournment?
I don't know how brief it's gonna be, but I can put you on our next available court date.
Okay. That would work.
It would be Wednesday, September 27th at 3:15.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
September 27th at 3:15. We're all set for today.
Thank
on
you,
that
Your Honor.
matter. Thank you.
Excuse me, was I supposed to wait here?
Yep, we'll have a notice for you in just a moment.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you heard that.
What's that?
Miss Morel got adjourned.
Yeah, I don't have the date. Did you print it?
It's already printed. You don't have it?
No. All right, so.
Oh, you know what?
What's that, ma'am?
Validate parking.
Do we validate parking?
Yes, I'd like to sit. Well,
No, man, because you're ordered to be here for court. Did you log back into 17?
Yeah, I got bumped out. They're coming now?
Yeah, I got it, thanks.
Okay. Yeah, I scheduled it, I did all the made notes, yada yada.
Okay, Ms. Morel, here's your list up here. So just come back here, just like you did today on September 27th, 3:15, okay?
Yes, if I am not able to appear and can resume, is that possible?
No, it looks like you're instructed to be here in person, okay?
Okay.
All right, take care, ma'am.
Yeah. I have to contact them, the attorney. Cause I have CT scans, MRIs on the 27th.
You are certainly more than welcome to try to reach out to the plaintiff's attorney to try to work out a resolution prior.
I already have like 3 appointments on that day. Thank you.
Okay, have a good day.
You provided consent, and you provide consent on the record that you signed your name to that document. Is there anything on that document that being spoke about that was not spoken about?
That one is going to run.
This may anything else about it. So that's all the record. 23-058. It's very thank you for your hearing. interior management versus behavior occupancy. The party treatment of each social record. And who are behavior occupancy, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Right, that's for formal hearing, they had previously, all parties had to break out. Right, that's for- Well, this is waiting, so how we proceed today.
The buyer there.
If you want to speak with Ms. Augustine concerning some of these matters, before I, this we know, this we talking to, and so we know, the status of the case and the way it's terminated out. All right. Ms. Augustine, I'm gonna take you in a breakout room with Ms. Clark and Ms. Vance, you can discuss some of these matters, with that before we're ready.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna have you. Front or go to room two. Thank you.
Patrick Lytle.
Yes, sir.
Which case are you here for today?
I'm here on behalf of Astera Credit Union for the Richie Colby case.
Okay, you work for Stara Credit Union, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Just gonna keep you on mute for the time being, all right? Were you able to log into Zoom, Mr. McGee?
No, my internet is worse than I thought, so that wasn't the most productive thing for.
No
Actually,
problem.
I should have used my cell phone now that I think of, I was trying to use the laptop.
Still can, Miss Best is on Zoom.
Okay, she is, okay, so let me try to get, I'm just gonna go there. Is there a room here that we have to, if not, I can just do it in the hall.
There should be some conference rooms down there.
Okay.
Do you
Oh,
have-
yeah, the conference, room. Yeah, let me do it, let me check.
Do you have my judge's Zoom ID?
Yeah, no, I can pull that up with my cell phone, but if you have it, it'll be easier for you. Let me.
A billion copies of these, so you can have that one.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
Deshaun Love.
Sean Love, you have an attorney, ma'am?
No, working with him.
You're just a tad bit early, so we'll just wait to see if the property manager's attorney shows up, okay? Person on the Samsung SM, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can.
What's your name?
Rich Colby.
Mr. Colby, do you have an attorney?
I don't.
Okay, we'll put you in a private meeting room with the plaintiff's attorney who just arrived, okay?
All right, thank you.
Sorry, is it Randall
It-
Grodendijk?
It is, and also, there's an appearance here by, Estera Credit Union, if they could be put into the room as
Yes,
well.
but no
Thank you.
problem. That's what I was just gonna ask. You should have that now.
Thank you.
Mr. Alvarez, can you unmute your device, please?
There we go.
You have an attorney, sir?
I do not.
Okay, we're just gonna wait for Mr. Keski to appear, then we'll put you all in a private breakout room, okay?
Yes, sir.
Were you all able to come to a resolution? Is that a yes?
No resolution.
Well, either you did or you didn't.
Yeah, we talked to the interpreter.
No, I don't want to know if you talked to the interpreter. I want to know if you and
Yeah.
him worked out a resolution.
Well, they have no money
So you did not.
and they didn't get any help from other agencies. They still waiting. Well. So we need at least another month waiting for help.
Okay, just a moment, ma'am.
It's okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Keski. Mr. Keski, can you hear me, sir?
unless I know
Right.
which way she wants to go.
What's your name, man?
Mary Robinson.
What is it?
Mary Robinson.
Okay, is Javon Robinson with you?
Mary. Leo too.
Is Javon Robinson planning to appear today?
He doesn't live.
He doesn't live there anymore?
No, he doesn't.
Okay,
Hasn't
all right.
lived there anymore.
And you don't have an attorney, do you?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Are you ready on the matter with walk-ins?
I believe so, Judge, that it came back. Doesn't sound like there's resolution.
Okay, let me call the case. I don't see Miss Watkins though.
You all are gonna have to come up with it. Yeah, you can come up, because I think you're trying to have to also.
On the record in the matter of Elena Watkins versus Raul Jimenez Fajardo, file number 23-018336, council appearance. I'm sorry, Miss Watkins, your appearance.
Hemos iniciado la sesión en el caso de 23-01-836 LT, Elena Watkins contra Raúl Jiménez Fajardo. Preséntese, señora Watkins.
Elena Watkins.
Elena Watkins.
Okay, and then where is Mr. Raul
¿Dónde está el señor Raúl
Jiménez?
Jiménez?
Okay.
Ahí está atrás.
Oh, he did not
He's
appear
just
today?
in because of his
No.
surgery. He had an Achilles tendon repaired.
Judge, he's got quite a large cast on his right leg.
Oh, he's in the courtroom?
Acaba de tener una cirugía en su tendón y tiene un yeso grande, por eso no ha pasado adelante. Oh, él está en la sala. Sí, ahí está.
Okay.
He's waving his hand, Judge. You just
Okay,
can't really
very
focus.
good. Thank
Está
you.
señalando con la mano. Muchas gracias.
Okay, and ma'am, what is your name?
Y señora, ¿cuál es el nombre de usted?
Diane Thomas, I'm Raul's wife.
Okay,
Diane
thank you.
Thomas, su esposa de Raúl.
Today's the date that was set for a hearing
Estamos en la fecha programada para la audiencia
for eviction for non-payment of rent.
un desalojamiento por falta de pago de alquiler.
Okay, and why is it that the parties were unable to come to an agreement?
Porque no pudieran llegar a un acuerdo mutuo.
I was talking to Raul and Diane.
Watkins, you're gonna have to turn that off, okay?
I was trying to turn it off and I did opposite. Instead of turning off, I turned up. Sorry.
Estaba hablando con Raúl y Diana. Oh, lo siento, estaba intentando apagarlo,
Yeah.
pero hice lo contrario.
Okay.
They said they tried to contact two agencies and they were not helping them right away. It's take time.
Dijeron que se han comunicado con varias agencias, pero no les pueden ayudar inmediatamente y está tomando su tiempo.
Okay, Mr. Jimenez and his wife, is there a lawful reason that you believe that you can withhold your rent?
Señor Jiménez y esposa, ¿hay una razón legal por la cual ustedes creen que no tienen que pagar el alquiler?
May I speak, Judge?
Well,
¿Puedo
yeah,
decir
because I
algo,
just
su
asked you a
señoría?
question.
Sí, acabo de hacerles una pregunta.
We know that we owed her the money, and we have tried different agencies. My husband is not working at this time. He's receiving a short-term disability, but it's not enough. Because we do have
Sabemos
like.
que sabemos que debemos el dinero, pero hemos estado intentando recibir ayuda de varias agencias y mi esposo no está trabajando, solo está recibiendo una discapacidad temporal y no es suficiente.
We have tried the different agencies. We tried to get a lawyer to come today. They said that they couldn't help us. When we've gone to other agencies, they said until DHS doesn't deny them, they can't help. So they haven't denied us, but they haven't helped us yet either.
Pues hemos ido a varias agencias y también hemos pedido un abogado que se presente hoy con nosotros, pero dijo que no nos podía ayudar. Y las otras agencias que hemos intentado han dicho que hasta que el DHS rechace nuestro caso, los demás no nos pueden ayudar. Y el DHS no nos han rechazado, pero tampoco nos han ayudado.
Have you been approved? Have you been approved for assistance by DHS?
¿El DHS
No.
les ha aprobado para alguna ayuda? No.
Have you applied for assistance?
¿Han solicitado la ayuda?
Yes.
Sí.
But they've not given you a denial or an approval?
Pero no les ha rechazado ni tampoco les ha aprobado.
On the 8th, they requested another, on the 8th of this month, which was a few days ago, they requested another from his short-term disability, and I took it in myself.
El 8 pidieron hace unos días, el 8 pidieron unos documentos de su discapacidad temporal y yo los llevé personalmente los documentos.
Now,
When-
the other thing is,
when did you apply for DHS?
¿Cuándo solicitaron la ayuda del DHS?
okay. When we came the last time to this court, on that very day, they called me from the Cancer Institute that my hemoglobin was low and I had to have a blood transfusion.
El mismo
And
día
so
de
I
nuestra
think-
última audiencia, me llamaron del Instituto de Cáncer y decían que mi hemoglobina estaba tan bajo que necesitaba una transfusión.
So I left from this courtroom straight to the emergency room to go get the blood transfusion. And I had to stay at my daughter's house for almost a month to recoup from that. And my husband was by himself, so he wasn't able to go, because of his cast, he wasn't able to go to DHS because he can't drive. And I couldn't take him because I was, recuperating.
No, es directamente de la última audiencia. Fui a urgencias para la transfusión de sangre y después tuve que quedarme casi un mes con mi hija para recuperarme y durante ese tiempo mi esposo estaba solo, entonces él no pudo ir por su enyesado y también porque él no maneja, entonces no los pudimos llevar.
Do you recall my question?
¿Se acuerda de la pregunta que le hice?
I'm sorry. No.
Lo siento.
When did you apply for DHS?
¿Cuándo solicitaron la ayuda del DHS?
I can't remember.
No me acuerdo.
I want to say it was at the end of August or the 1st of September.
¿El final de agosto o el 1 de septiembre?
Mr. Bigelow, when was her last court date?
Señor Bigelow, ¿cuándo fue su última audiencia?
It's like August 9th, Judge.
El 9 de agosto.
You applied, if you had applied to DHS in August, you would have had some contact prior to today from them.
Si hubieran aplicado en agosto, se habrían comunicado con ustedes antes del día de hoy.
I have the paperwork that I showed Elena that they asked for us to send the paper back, August 8th.
Les mostré documentos a Elena cuando pidieron que enviáramos unos documentos del 8.
They asked you to send a paper back on August 8th.
¿Ellos enviaron algún documento el 8 de agosto?
I received it on August 8th and took it in that very day.
Lo recibí el 8 de agosto y se los llevé ese mismo día.
Last call? In August?
No, September 8th. I'm sorry, ma'am. It's September 8th.
Perdón, 8 de septiembre.
I recognize you took in the additional information September 8th, but what I wanted to know, why did you wait a month after your court date to apply for assistance?
Entiendo que llevó información adicional el 8, pero ¿por qué esperaran un mes después de su última audiencia para pedir ayuda?
I was very weak when I left this courtroom.
Estuve muy débil cuando salí de esta sala.
Okay.
And I drove myself to the hospital.
Any other information that you want to provide that gives you a lawful reason to not pay the rent?
Yo misma manejé a la sala de emergencia. ¿Hay alguna otra razón legal que quieren presentar por la cual no tendrían que pagar el alquiler?
I'm not saying that we don't want to pay. We just can't.
No estoy diciendo que no queremos pagar, estoy diciendo que no podemos.
Ms. Watkins, how much is owed?
Señora Watkins, ¿cuánto le deben a usted?
$4,539.75.
$4,539.75.
Does that include court costs?
¿Incluye los gastos del juzgado?
It's $130 in court costs, and I don't remember how much for service.
130 para los gastos del juzgado. No me acuerdo cuánto es de la notificación o el servicio.
$4,539.75 plus $130 for court costs. You don't recall what the service fee was? Can someone get that out the file for me?
$4,539.75 de alquiler y 130 para los costos del juzgado. Y si alguien puede buscar el costo de la notificación.
Okay, service is $29.93.
Para la notificación $29.93.
Okay. Mr. and Mrs. Jimenez, I empathize with your situation.
Señora y señor Jiménez, tengo empatía por su situación.
And I recognize you have some challenges due to your health.
Y reconozco que tienen varios retos debido a su salud.
However, you could have contacted DHS via telephone.
Sin embargo, se podrían haber comunicado con el DHS por teléfono.
To help process your application quicker.
Para procesar de manera más rápida su solicitud.
And at least you would have at least you could have had a denial or an acceptance to bring with you today.
Y por lo menos podrían haber tenido un rechazo de su caso o una aprobación de su caso para traer hoy día.
Unfortunately, you've not provided me with any lawful reason to allow you to withhold rent and maintain residence and possession of the property. So possession is going to go to the plaintiff for the amount of $4,539 plus 75 cents plus court costs of $130. $30 plus service of $29.93. And there will be a standard writ date.
Lamentablemente no han presentado ninguna razón legal por la cual no tendría que pagar alquiler o para seguir residiendo ahí o seguir en posesión. Entonces la posesión va a ir para la demandante y le vamos a conceder $4,539.75 por el alquiler atrasado, más $130 por los gastos del juzgado y $29.93 para la notificación.
What's the writ date, Mr. Bigelow?
September 25th.
Okay, September 25th is the writ date.
Y la fecha en que va a ser efectivo es el 25 de septiembre.
You and Ms. Watkins can continue to work together off the record if you'd like. If you get approved and you want to pay your rent in lieu of that, that's between you and her, and she has the right to not seek the writ on the 25th, okay?
Fuera de esta audiencia puede seguir hablando con la señora Watkins y si reciben ayuda o algo y quieren llegar a otro acuerdo para seguir pagando alquiler, eso está entre ellos, pero ella no está obligada a aceptar.
Do you have any questions today?
¿Alguna pregunta?
What does writ mean?
Writ date is the date that you need to pay or vacate by.
Ese es el día en que tienen que pagar o tienen que salirse de la propiedad.
Do you have any other questions?
¿Alguna otra pregunta?
No.
I couldn't hear you.
No les escuché bien.
Okay. Anything for you, Ms. Watkins?
Señora Watkins, ¿algo más?
No. Okay, you're all set for today. Thank you.
Eso sería todo para hoy. Muchas gracias.
This is with the.
Let's see. Do we know what happened with Miss Beth? She's still in a breakout room?
Yes, Judge, she's speaking with Mr. Barnett Levine.
Okay, and let's see. Did D'Amico Merriweather appear?
No, Judge.
Her attorney.
Actually, both parties, their attorneys both appeared.
Okay.
Mr. Tyra is here for her. And they met privately.
Yes,
And Your
Your
Honor. I'm sorry to interrupt. We have an agreement, so.
Okay, thank you. And
Hey, I'm
then,
trying to get a hold.
I'm sorry, who's speaking? Okay. Erica, is it Coach? Did she appear?
No, ma'am, she did not.
Okay, so the default can be entered on that one. On the record in the matter of you said Ms. Till is here, or I'm sorry, it's not Ms. Till.
Mr.
Mr.
Tyra, Judge.
Mr. Tyra is here on behalf of D'Amico Merriweather, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, on the record in the matter of Mart Rivershell versus D'Amico Merriweather, file number 23-01582. Council appearance.
John Capitan appearing for Mark Rivershell Apartments.
And Elijah Tyler appearing for defendant D'Amico Merriweather, P 86242.
Okay, today was the dates up for hearing and the parties came to a resolution. Is that accurate?
Yes,
That is correct. Yes, that is correct, Your Honor. We have both agreed to a consent order for conditional dismissal. Should I fax that or should I email it to your courtroom, Your Honor?
Well, where is D'Amico Merriweather?
I'm appearing on her behalf, Your Honor. She had to work this afternoon.
I recognize that, but did someone advise her of her right to have a jury trial where she waives it?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
I said on the record. We do that on the record here.
I'm so sorry, Your Honor. I did not.
Okay. Okay, so did she sign this agreement or did she give you permission to sign it?
She gave me permission to sign it, Your Honor.
Okay, well, if she's not present, I don't need to put these proofs on the record. And then that way, if she comes back to the court and says she misunderstood her rights, I can't say that she was advised on the record.
Yes, Your Honor.
You all can just sign them and then send it to Judge Simmons' courtroom at lansingmi.gov.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Have a good day.
Same to you.
Have a good one, Your Honor. Thank you.
Same to you. Okay, who's on the matter with Mr. Colby?
Good afternoon, United Raymond Grunbeck for Astera Credit Union.
Did you all meet privately already?
We did. And we have reached an agreement. Mr. Colby will consent to a possession judgment. This is a complaint for possession after mortgage foreclosure and the expiration of the redemption period. Mr. Colby will consent to a consent judgment. The order of eviction would not issue until on or after October 4, however.
Okay, so it's consent for possession only?
Correct.
Okay, and is there a redemption amount?
The order of eviction will issue on or after October 4.
October 4th. Okay. Mr. Colby, can you unmute, please? I don't know if he can hear me. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, on the record in the matter of Astera Credit Union versus Richie Ray Colby, this is file number 23-01892. And counsel, you've already placed your appearance on today's record. Today is the date set for a hearing for termination of tenancy following the foreclosure. And so, Mr. Colby, I think you remuted yourself. Can you unmute, please, and stay unmuted, please? Okay. Did you want to enter into judgment by consent today and agree to vacate on or before October 4th?
Are you asking me that? I'm on my phone and I got a phone call and I muted it. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, my question is, the attorney for the plaintiff says that you have entered an agreement to have a consent judgment. Is that accurate?
Yeah, we did talk about that. Is that for to leave the property?
Right, but judgment will enter against you by consent. So you'd have to waive your right to be represented by an attorney. You'd have to waive your right to have a jury trial and agree that judgment can enter against you and that you will vacate by October 4th. Otherwise, they can get a writ of execution to remove you from the property. A writ of judgment. That, okay?
Can I have an attorney or is it too late for that?
You were advised of your right to be represented by counsel at the time of your pretrial. Did you not understand that, sir?
Well, I went to a couple of people and they said they were gonna call me back. One person called me, said they couldn't help me, and the other one I was waiting to call back, but I guess they didn't. And
Okay. Well, before
So
I
I
could
did.
even accept a consent judgment, I had to first understand that you understood your right to be represented by an attorney today. It sounds like you did. Are you waiving your right to be represented by an attorney?
Well, I'd rather not, but
Well, it's up to you. I can't force you to waive your right.
well, I think I'd really could talk to an attorney then.
Okay, well, the other right you had is a right to jury trial. And so you would also have to waive your right to jury trial if you wanted to enter into consent judgment. Do you understand that?
I do. I better wait then, because I want to make sure that what's going to happen to my record and everything. If I can
As
get
it
an attorney.
relates to you getting a judgment of eviction, because the foreclosure has already taken place. You recognize that?
So the foreclosure, there's no change in the foreclosure.
Are you trying to get an attorney to fight the foreclosure that already took place? Because that's not what we're here for. We're not dealing with a foreclosure here. We're only dealing with liquidating the property.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because I tried to give them the money. They wouldn't take it that one time. Because I was a day late. But I don't know. Can I talk to my attorney? Can I get a week or two to do that? And then.
Do you have an attorney? I'll reset this one. Well, it won't be next week. I don't think it's the 27th. It's probably the next date I can reset it. And you have an attorney, you said?
I can get somebody, yeah. I know two people that I could go to.
Okay, I'll reset it.
I'm sorry about that, and I'm sorry for the other attorney too. I'm really confused with this. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Oh, boy. Thank you.
September 27th at 2:30.
Okay, September 27th at 2:30 will be the reset date, okay?
That'd be the same Zoom information, Your Honor.
Yep, you'll log in the same way you logged in today.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set for today, Mr. Colby.
So on the 27th, I'm going to write it down. I'm sorry. Did they send me a notice or should I just write it down?
You should write it down, but there will also be a notice to appear and some Zoom instructions mailed to the address on file, okay?
Okay. Can you tell me what the address is, ma'am?
That we have, it's the address of the property.
Oh, the
4207 Aurelius Road.
4207. Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're all set, sir.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
Just hang up, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. We'll do that, but I'm going to tell you that I have to do an NTA. Screen off that. Very few you should have to.
I saw LaShawn Love just log in, I think. Are we ready with Shamika Best?
Your Honor, I am. Thank you. Thanks.
Judge, she did just log in. I just admitted her and put her in a breakout room with Mr. Cox, but Mr. Levine is coming up to the table now.
Okay. Is Ms. Best still there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Oh, okay, please start your video.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you're fine. Okay, let us know when you're ready to proceed because we can't see you.
Oh, well, okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to get in.
Are you
pick up my
driving?
kids, so we're parked. We
Okay,
have to get in line to pick.
That's fine. If you're driving, I can let you take care of that and then get safe, and then we'll call your case again.
I'm actually parked, so you're all set.
Okay. On the record, here in the matter of Hassan Sayal versus Shamika Best, file number 23-01886 LT, appearance for the record.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Attorney Barnett Levine on behalf of Mr. Ciel, who's literally approaching here at the podium as we speak.
Okay, and then Ms. Best, state your name for the record.
Shamika Best.
Okay, and you are without counsel today, is that correct?
Yes, I had counsel, but I guess they were not able to make it.
You hired an attorney?
No, I went through legal services.
Okay, did they say they were going to be representing you?
They did. She actually filled out the answer and everything. Her name was Alice, but she said they just wasn't going to be able to make it. They don't have enough people to come.
Oh, so they weren't going to be able to take your case then, because if they tell you they'll take your case, they'll file an appearance. But sometimes they don't have the capacity to take all the cases. So that's likely what happened, was we don't have an appearance.
Okay, well, she's the one that's been working on my case. So I don't
On
know.
this particular case? Okay, let's
Yes,
see if we
ma'am.
can, and she's in the Lansing office, do you know?
Yes, ma'am. She said that they
Okay.
couldn't appear because they don't have enough attorneys to appear, but she's the one that did my answer back to the court and everything.
Okay, so she assisted you with filing an answer, but she did not file an appearance on your behalf, is what you're saying?
I guess that's how it works. I wasn't for sure how it works. I had been in the
Okay.
hospital, so I don't know how it works.
Mr. Bigelow, I need someone to contact legal services to confirm that they're not representing her.
Please, and thank you.
Email Ms. Cho right now.
Thank you. I don't think Ms. Till is still in our courtroom, but
I mean, maybe you are right. Maybe she just was to help me and not be able to show up.
well,
Maybe
we got to confirm it though, because if the understanding is that they are going to represent you, you have the right to be represented by counsel, and we're not going to waive your right on your behalf. We got to confirm that.
Okay.
So I'll call your case after we hear back from legal services.
Okay.
Let's see, Mr. Levine, did you have another matter?
We do, Your Honor. Appreciate it. It's Malik Bala's matter with Erica Coach. She's present in the courtroom. She's in the audience as we speak.
And you've met with her already?
We did, and we have a resolution.
Okay, on the record in the matter of Malik Bala versus Erica Coach, file number 23-01888 LT, counsel appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it. Attorney Bernard Levine on behalf of Malik Bala.
Is everything okay? Ma'am?
She's asking.
Yes,
Are you okay?
yes, I am.
Oh, okay, what's your name?
Erica
Okay, what's your last name?
Coledge.
Okay, Coach, thank you. Today's the date that's set for a hearing for non-payment of rent. Ms. Coach, do you have an attorney representing you?
No, I do not.
Okay, and the parties discussed this matter. Did you come to a resolution, Mr. Levine?
We did, Your Honor.
Okay, what is the agreement?
Thank you, Your Honor. The agreement is that Ms. Coedge, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right, Coedge?
Yes, it's fine.
That Ms. Coedge is agreeing to leave the property, to vacate it. And in return, in exchange for that consideration for that, my client's not going to pursue any money damage activity after that. They're each going to go their separate ways. As far as a time, we have by September 25th, which would be 12 days from today. And Ms. Coedge agreed to it.
Is
So
this
she-
a conditional dismissal or a consent judgment?
I would consider it a consent.
Okay, so is that correct, Ms. Coach?
Yes,
Please raise your right hand. Or the other right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
yes,
Okay, and so you want the judgment to enter against you by consent, is that correct?
right,
Okay, so you're agreeing to vacate the property no later than September 25th. And in exchange for that, the plaintiff has agreed that they won't pursue any money damage claim against you. And I'm assuming you may have thought that you maybe had a counterclaim or something. You won't pursue any action there. Is that accurate?
yes,
Okay. And you understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney today?
yes, I do.
Okay. Are you waiving your right to be represented by counsel to move forward with the consent judgment?
Yes,
You had the right also to proceed to a jury trial. Did you want to waive your right to jury trial?
yes, I do.
Anybody threatening you to get you to want to waive your rights?
No,
Outside of the agreement that I just stated as part of the consent judgment, is there any promises being made to you in order to get you to waive your rights?
no,
Okay. You have 3 business days from today. If once you leave here, you realize you did not understand the rights that I just asked you about, you can return to the court and request to have this consent judgment set aside. We'll set the matter for hearing. Otherwise, you will vacate the property, and that's removing all of your items, leaving the property in broom swept condition, and you'll turn over your keys no later than September 25th. And then no money damage will be issued against you or sought after you. And then in addition to that, you won't seek a counterclaim or any kind of potential counterclaim that you all discussed in private as part of this agreement, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No. Appreciate it.
Thank you. You're all set. Okay, Ms. Till, how are you?
I'm good, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing well. I just needed to follow up because we have Shamika Best present in the court, virtual courtroom, and she states that she was working with someone named Alice, that they were assisting or representing her in some capacity. They assisted her with filing her pleadings, or response to pleadings, that is, but we weren't clear as to whether or not she was being represented by counsel today.
Yes, I can clarify that. Your Honor, Alice is a paralegal in our office and she runs our pro se clinic. So she is not going to be representing her as an attorney in any capacity. She was merely assisting in filing and helping her file the paperwork. So she's not going to be represented by an attorney from our office, as far as I'm aware.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you for that clarification.
All right, thank you, Your Honor, and great to see you.
Same to you. Okay, back on the record in the matter of Husan Sayal versus Shamika Best.
Yes, ma'am. She just emailed me and explained it to me.
Okay, you're
I'm
driving.
sorry.
Are you driving?
Nope, I'm here. Nope, I'm here. I'm parked, actually.
Okay.
We are parked. Go in the house. Okay. Quiet, because mom.
Mr. Levine, how are you all supposed to resolve this matter?
Thank you, Your Honor. In the interim between, during the time that the court was contacting somebody from Legal Aid to verify, I've been notified by the property manager that they have an agreement and the terms are as follows, to the extent that it's consistent with Shamika, the way Shamika views it, that there's going to be the outstanding rent, her portion thereof, which was co-payments of $455 from December through September, totaling 10 months, equaling $4,550, would be paid by assistance that she sought. And she's just waiting to get that amount. And my client's willing to give her 30 days to pay it. So this would be a CD. If she can pay it by then they're good to go. If not, then she would be evicted at that point.
Okay, so it's a conditional dismissal whereby she'll pay the past due $4,555 within 30 days.
That is correct. And just to clarify, it's $4,550, but the court is right, within 30 days, within 30 days.
Okay, $4,550. Is there any court costs?
No, we're waiving everything else.
Okay, we'll waive
everything
court
else is being.
Very good. Okay, and Ms. Best, just so I'm clear, because I know you had some assistance from legal services in drafting, was that just your answer you were drafting, or were you filing a counter complaint?
I think it was just the answer.
Okay, and so you want to proceed today with a conditional dismissal, correct?
Right, to have that within the 30 days.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Okay, the conditional dismissal means that the case will be dismissed today upon the condition that you follow completely the terms of that agreement, and that is for you to pay the past due rent amount of $4,550, and that's going to be paid within 30 days. And the landlord understands that there is some assistance, some outside assistance that's going to be coming through to pay that amount. And
Yes,
they're
ma'am.
waiving court costs. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to waive your right to be represented by an attorney to enter into this agreement?
Yes.
Anybody threatening you to waive that right?
Nothing.
Okay, you also have the right to proceed to a jury trial in this matter. Did you want to waive jury trial to enter into this agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody threatening you to waive that?
No.
Okay, and you understand partial performance will not satisfy. You have to pay the full amount within 30 days. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so, or you can vacate within 30 days under the agreement and it still will satisfy. You understand that? Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have 3 business days from today. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood the rights that we just discussed on the record, you can request to have this matter set aside, and then we will place it on the docket for hearing. Other than that, are you giving Mr. Levine a permission to sign the conditional dismissal on your behalf?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you have any questions for the court?
No, thank you.
Okay, don't drive during court.
Yeah.
I know you know it's
Oh, yeah.
against the law.
Yes, ma'am. That's why we were parked and we sat there. So we waited.
Okay, thank you. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Mr. Keski is here on which matter?
That's right. Thank you. You got it. I'll give you the names.
Ricardo Alvarez. Did you meet with Mr. Alvarez, Mr. Keski?
Don, you're muted. Sorry, Your Honor.
No
Judge,
problem.
I just tried to put Mr. Keski in a breakout room with somebody else. I don't know that his audio is turned up, so I don't think he can hear us.
Mr. Keski, I don't think he can hear us either. Mr. Wilson, can you call him?
Yes, Your Honor, absolutely.
Thank you. And then Mr. Lubianski, did I say that right?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, and you're here on the matter for, was that LaShawn Love?
Don, can you hear the judge?
Yes, that's one of them, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay, LaShawn Love, what is the other one is Patrick Kelly. Did you meet with them both?
I did.
Are you ready to proceed on LaShawn Love?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, on the record, in the matter of Mary Avenue LDHA versus LaShawn Love, file number is 23-01913. Appearance, please.
Alex Lubianski, P77121 on behalf of plaintiff.
Okay, and Ms. Love, do you have an attorney?
No, I'm representing myself.
Okay, let's see. I just realized we had 2 last name Loves today. Okay, what was the agreement, counsel?
Your Honor, we don't have an agreement. We need an adjournment. The defendant had let us know that her subsidy has quit because of some repair issues. We do not have any record or indication of those, so we would like to investigate, speak with our client, and see what the issues may be. So we'd be seeking an adjournment.
Ms. Love, you're on subsidy?
I have Becca Management, and it's a backstory to that, why they stopped.
Okay, so they haven't been paying your rent because of
No.
conditions of property?
No, ma'am, I'm sorry. They had put an order out for an inspection, and Philip C. Dean required, they failed to make it on time when I've been complaining about it for the longest. And so I guess they stopped that, but I didn't have notice until 5,000 in the hole. And I said, well, why you guys didn't let me know about this in the hole when I've been complaining about the 3 items that need to be repaired for they can keep paying. So August 8th, they end up coming, giving me new appliance, new everything, fixing up the 3 little items that need to be done. And now it's 6,000 because my Becca Management was still waiting. Then they had to put enough order in for their people to come and check and see if they did what they need to do. And it's still on my end. And I feel that's not fair or right for them to do that or not tell me where I was at or how much I was in the hole when I moved in there because of my Becca Management. So now it's like I have to, since they did that, Becca Management told me I passed my inspection and they're back paying. But I don't know none of this because They deal with that. They deal with the pay. And I just know that I'm 6,000 in the hole when I don't have a job to take care of that. So I'm here right now.
Okay, sounds good. Did you meet with legal services when you were at court for your pretrial?
No, I didn't meet with anyone, ma'am.
Why is that?
Judge.
Why is that?
Because I chose to represent myself because I didn't feel they would represent me and really honestly help me out. Honestly.
You didn't feel that legal services would have represented you?
Correctly, because it happened to me before. So since this happened, since I'm in a hole with Philip C. Dean, I wanted to represent myself because I know what was going on. Even though I can tell legal services, everything, it just seemed like they wouldn't help me out because of they failed me before. So I want to represent myself.
Okay, we'll reset this. How much time do you need, counsel?
A week would be fine.
We don't have any more time until October. I think he's frozen.
What does that mean, Judge? A week for me?
We're resetting the court date. But counsel appears to have been frozen. Okay, is he back? Wendy, can I have a date in October, please?
Can I ask a
According to the list
question?
that I have, Judge Simmons, the next date is in November. Do you want me to create a slot in October for this?
Yes, please.
At the tone, please record your message.
Let's do October 18th at 2:30, please.
Okay, October 18th at 2:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set for today, Ms. Love.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
So if now that if Becca Management passed the inspection and they're back on the paying them, this is just for the balance, the remaining balance?
I'm assuming, but based on what you're telling me, your remaining balance is because it's paid by your management subsidy, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if they pay it in full, then the plaintiff will dismiss the case.
But what if they're not going to pay the back pay and it's on me? But I feel
if they don't pay it, then we'll have a hearing.
Okay.
That's when you said you wanted to represent yourself.
Yes. Okay. I just want to get an understanding because I don't go through this. So, okay.
Right. So if
Thank you.
they pay in full, the plaintiff can dismiss it. If not, we'll have a hearing. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Do you have any other questions, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You're all set for today.
Okay. Thank you. Will I get notice?
Your notice will be sent in the mail.
Okay.
For October, is it October 14th?
18th, ma'am.
Sorry, October 18th at 2:30.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, and on the record, also in the matter of FHC 12 Friendship versus Patrick Kelly, file number 23-0191 LT, counsel appearance.
Alex Zubianski, P77121 on behalf of plaintiff.
Okay, and then Mr. Kelly, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you have an attorney representing you?
No, I don't.
Today was the date that was set for a hearing for non-payment of rent. Let's see. Did you come to a resolution on this or do you need an adjournment as well?
We came to a consent agreement on this one, Your Honor.
Okay, what are the terms?
Amount of rent owed, $881. Court costs, $175, for a total redemptive amount of $1,056. And Your Honor, we extended the payment date to September 29th.
Okay, Mr. Kelly, you want to enter judgment by consent?
What does that mean?
That means judgment will enter against you by your consent.
Yes.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Okay, and so you want to enter into consent judgment whereby you pay the past due amount of $881 plus court costs of $175 for a total of $1,056 or vacate the property no later than September 29th. Is that correct?
Okay, yes,
Okay, and so you understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney today at the court hearing, correct?
ma'am.
You want to waive
Yes.
your right to be represented by an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
You also have the right in this matter to proceed to trial, and you have the right to jury trial. Did you want to waive your right to jury trial in order to enter into a consent judgment?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody threatening you to get you to waive those rights?
No, ma'am.
Any promises being made to you in exchange for you waiving them?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You have 3 business days from today. If once you leave here, you realize you actually misunderstood the rights that we just discussed, you can return to the court and have this judgment set aside. Otherwise, you'll pay the amount in total of $1,056 or vacate the property by September 29th, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to give Mr. Lubianski permission to sign the judgment on your behalf?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you have any questions for the court?
I have a promissory note from Veterans of America for $760. And I don't know if you can see that.
Okay, you don't need to hold it up, but if you've already discussed that with counsel, and that's a promise to pay a portion of it, they'll understand that, okay? So you work with counsel or his client, your property management, to make sure they know that that money's coming, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No, good luck, Mr. Kelly. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set. Okay, Mr. Keski, did you get your phone worked out? Doesn't sound like it.
Don. Unmute, Don.
I don't think he can hear us.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I mean, he hung up and logged out and then logged back in.
Mr.
He might
Keski, can you hear
now.
us?
Don, I'll try calling him again, Your Honor.
No worries. Who's in the courtroom?
It's Mary Robinson. She's also trying to meet with Mr. Keski, but same problem. He's having audio issues.
Both are mine, Your Honor. Mr. Ricardo as well.
Hello.
Don, can you hear us?
No, I can't hear a thing. I know you're talking, the judge is talking. I can't hear anything. Is there a phone
Is his
number I can
volume up?
call?
Is his volume up?
Yes, it is.
We can hear you. You just can't hear us.
Apparently, in the breakout room, they could hear me, but I couldn't hear it. There was
Okay,
no
the only-
sound coming back.
The only thing I can do is reset these. That's the only other option.
Only thing
'Cause
is
you
to
need-
do what?
All right, the only other thing I can do is reset these if you can't troubleshoot the volume issue on your device. Because we need to get you in a private meeting room on one of these matters.
Well, I can hear you now myself. Would we just go by with me on the phone?
No, because you need to go in a private meeting room with someone. How are you going to do that, sir?
Well,
Your Honor, I
wasn't-
have the cell phone on still.
I was on the breakout
Oh,
room.
can
with-
you hang up? Well, actually, can you mute yours, Mr. Wilson? And let me see if it stops the feedback.
Well, I was sent to a breakout room with Mr. Alvarez early on, and I could talk to him, but
Okay,
I couldn't get a response.
because he
So
couldn't hear you.
I can get into a breakout room, and if I can participate by phone, I can do that.
Okay, let's see if we can put him in the room with Mr. Alvarez. And then we're gonna see if we can have you meet with your other defendant.
Robinson.
right after that, it's 4:08, so you're limiting your time right now.
Yes, Your Honor.
So if you don't resolve, we have to reset.
Yes, Your
Judge, I think I would have to put all three of them in a breakout room for this to work on this phone.
I'm dead. That's fine. But he's the property manager. He can go in there.
It won't get resolved without.
Join.
Is Mr. Keski already? Oh, there he goes. Is he already in the room?
He should be going. I said,
Okay, sounds
there you
good.
hey, Ms. Robinson, when they're done conversing, then we'll try that again with the iPad, okay? I'm gonna go get it and then we'll just wait in the room.
Physical therapy too, so.
Yeah. I can just go try this again.
Okay.
You can go back to that room. I'll bring this.
So will Judge be here tomorrow, Nick? I say you gotta call them and.
Mr. Wilson, can we put you and your attorney in with Ms. Robinson so we can do this all at the same time?
Absolutely.
That's fine.
Okay. On the record in the matter of CA Martin Management versus Ricardo Alvarez, file number 23-01915 LT, appearance, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Don Keski for the plaintiff. And also on Zoom is Mr. Wilson from Renaissance Property Management.
Thank you. And Mr. Alvarez is without counsel, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, today was the date that was set for hearing for non-payment of rent. Mr. Keski, did you work out an agreement?
Yes, I believe that both sides have agreed that Mr. Alvarez will agree to a consent judgment. The amount of rent is $5,335. Costs $161.88 for a total of $5,496.88 with the usual 10-day period for redemption, Your Honor.
That's correct, Mr. Alvarez?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you want to enter into judgment by consent?
Yes.
Okay, so that means judgment will enter against you by consent in the amount of $5,335 for rent to retain plus $161.88 court costs for a total of $5,496.88. That's accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
And you'll pay that or you'll vacate the property no later than September 25th. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anybody making any, well, let me first advise you of your rights. You have the right to have an attorney represent you today. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you want to waive that right today?
Yes.
You also have the right to have a trial, and you could have had a jury trial by right in this matter. Did you want to waive your right to jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is anybody making any promises to you to get you to enter into consent judgment?
No, ma'am.
Any threats being made to you to get you to waive your rights and enter into consent judgment?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you have 3 business days from today. If once you leave here, you realize you actually did misunderstand the rights that we just went over, you can request to have this judgment set aside, and then we can set this matter for a hearing. Do you have any questions so far?
No, ma'am.
Okay, lastly, did you give Mr. Keskey permission to sign the consent judgment on your behalf?
No, I don't remember asking, but I will agree to it now. Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Mr. Keskey, any additional matters for the record?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Alvarez.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, on the record in the matter of 1505 East Oak Street versus Javon Robinson and Mary Robinson, file numbers 23-01915 LT. Appearance, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Don Keskey for the plaintiff. Also on Zoom is Mr. Kip Wilson of Renaissance Property Management.
Okay, and Mary Robinson, is that who's in the courtroom?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, what was Javon Robinson ordered to be here today, or was he already?
Yeah, Javon is in Grand Rapids in college. He doesn't even.
Oh, okay, he was a college student. Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
college. Yes.
Okay. Today is the date and the time that's set for a hearing for termination of tenancy. How are we moving forward on this?
Your Honor, I believe that the tenant wants a hearing, so I would offer Mr. Wilson as a witness for some short direct testimony.
Yes, Honor. I want.
Let them a chance then.
Okay, I'm not holding a hearing right now. As you can see, I'm not here. I'm out of town. I have a family emergency, so I need to get to the hospital. And so I've already delayed this a little longer than I was expecting to. So this matter is going to be reset.
Okay, we have a new date, Your Honor?
Yes.
November 7th at 2 p.m.
You can add a slot earlier than that.
One moment, please.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
I asked her to add a slot sooner than November.
Okay.
October 18th at 1:30.
October 18th at 1:30 in person at the court.
That's in person for both sides, right?
That's correct.
Yep.
Okay. Any additional matters for the record today?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, we'll get you have a question?
I do have a question, Your Honor, because I need to know, what do I do? Kip threatened me with this lease situation. That's why we're here. I was threatened by Kip. So I need to know, he's saying something about the money judgment. I never received the money judgment. I need to move because of the lease that he threatened me about the lease. I had a inspection from the city.
Okay.
And I told them the truth, and Kip looked at me and said, well, I'll go to the office and let the young ladies know that you do not want to sign a new lease. I never said that.
Okay.
I never said that. And I have witnesses.
What is your question as it relates to how we can resolve something today? Because I'm not holding a hearing today. You're saying you got a threat about an eviction, or was it another threat?
I got a threat for the eviction. That's why we're here.
Well, that's why we're here. So there was a threat of eviction. They filed the eviction. So it's a viable threat. They filed an eviction. We're here for it. So what you do is you appear for your hearing and you bring any evidence that you want to present to the court to support why you believe you should not be removed from the property.
And when I say threat, Your Honor, I mean he lied on me, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's
Yep,
what he looked at me.
You'll be required to bring evidence to prove that, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay, any other questions today?
No.
Okay, well then you're all set for today.
Thank you, Your Honor, and I hope
I can't hear, Mr. Wilson, if you're speaking, I can't hear you.
No, I was muted. I'm sorry. I hope everything works out with your family emergency.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Same to you.
Yeah.